3.
Oh. Oh.
Hey, not too bad.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
I don't like that.
I can tell.
I really don't like it. Oh.
Okay.
We just took a sip of our inaugural Wonka candy can caramel fudge sparkling drink.
I can taste the caramel.
Timothy Chalamet definitely had his hands in this. In the production. He dipped his finger individually in each can. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
I don't think it's too bad.
I'm happy for you. You know what? I take joy in your joy.
All right.
And that's womanhood.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, starshine. The earth says hello.
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 My name is Debbie.
And my name is Cassie.
And welcome to
Apple
Apple
Trees
Trees
and
and
Vinegar.
Vinegar. Boom, 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 boom. Pow, pow, pow.
Sorry, I don't know who that was.
I don't know what that was either.
Someone else. Our third member.
Our secret guest.
Our secret
And
guest,
the
actually,
ghost.
that is not going to get brought up again.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Anyways, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? What have you been up to? Well.
I've been actually waiting for this question, you see.
Funny you ask.
Because I actually just finished this really good anime called Trigun Stampede.
Bang, 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 bang.
And let me tell you, this is finger licking good.
Is it?
It's absolutely the best.
Let me tell you what I know about it.
Alrighty, let's hear it.
Spaghetti Western.
Yeah.
Big cross.
Yeah.
Guns.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. I'll be here all night, folks.
It really is similar to Cowboy Bebop, as we discussed earlier.
Yes.
It's a sci-fi based on Western setting.
Yes. Well, did you know that sci-fis are traditionally compared to as westerns, but just in space?
Really?
Yeah, like the premises and like.
Your sweater.
Oh my god!
Space cowboys.
Space cowboys. I'm wearing, for context, I'm wearing a sweater that has these two cowboys on horses, and they're like on a planet in space, and you can see.
That's basically. That was basically Trigun Stampede.
Yeah, I'm wearing unofficial merch.
Absolutely.
Levi should get sued.
I have the exact same sweater.
Yes.
So I should have worn that.
You should have. If you were going to talk about Trigun.
I know.
It would have been really apt, unfortunately. Sorry, we missed it.
We missed a golden opportunity.
A great opportunity.
But anyways, it's Trigun Stampede. Basically, it's like a reboot of an older anime manga series. But basically, let me try to wrap my head around the plot. How do I summarize this well? So basically, it's about this vigilante guy who just believes in peace.
Period.
He wants everything to be peaceful. He will not, absolutely not, kill anyone.
Real.
And you find out why if you watch the show. Anyways,
Probably something tragic.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Broke my heart.
Aw.
But anyways, yeah, basically he like travels around. He actually is wanted. He's a wanted criminal.
Real.
So he like
Been there.
been there, done that.
He ain't special.
So he's like running around everywhere. And he's helping villages. He's like a really nice guy. He's got some character and he meets friends. He creates a squad. That's basically the show.
Period.
Yeah, and there's just a lot of fun like biblical references that make it so like artistic.
All right.
And I was like, wow, this is really, really good.
Interesting.
Yeah, because they reference angels, kind of like Neon Genesis Evangelion, if anyone's seen that.
If anyone's endured that. It's a good show.
I didn't watch it.
It is enduring though. It's not watching.
Yeah,
Near
I know.
the
That's
end.
what I heard.
Near the end.
And just like the entire concept of it was just so fun. It was
Heck
just
yeah.
such like a creative, like wow, bam, bam, bam. And basically, I don't like sci-fi. That's the
Real.
thing. I am not a big sci-fi fan.
Me neither.
I was just built like that.
Me too.
Unfortunately, I'm more of like a fantasy girl.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, considering all that, considering me swearing off on sci-fi,
Yes.
I really liked it, and I finished it in a day. Almost cried at the end.
Real.
But it was just so good. It was just really good. The animation was the coolest thing because the studio that created the series, they use CG instead of like drawing pictures.
Oh, did they?
But it wasn't
Bad.
odd. Yeah, it wasn't.
It wasn't like Berserk.
No, it wasn't like uncanny at all.
Okay.
It was really cool.
like it worked.
It worked, and especially with like, because there's a lot of battle scenes.
Yeah.
So you got a full motion, like 360-degree, like swivel. You got everything.
Interesting.
And more.
Interesting.
And yeah, the characters didn't look crazy. They looked pretty cool. Their
Nice.
motion was really interesting as well. It was just such a great experience.
Huh.
So if you're looking for a ride,
Then there she is.
there she is.
There she
Yeah.
is.
Trigun Stampede was so good.
Amazing.
It was honestly addicting.
fair.
Addicting.
Very fair. But you finished the whole thing?
Yes.
It does it only like is it just one season? They're not gonna.
So far, one season. They're releasing a second season in 2026.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully.
Well, if that's, that means something that there's a date.
And you know how you know it's good?
How?
When the day after, I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I search edits.
yes.
So I search up
Yes.
of the characters. I'm like,
That's when
what
you know
am
it
I
hits.
doing?
That's when it hits.
What am I doing?
I feel you.
There were a bunch on TikTok, so obviously
Course.
I was scrolling through right before my exam today.
Of course. Good luck. For good luck.
Yeah, absolutely. I was so nervous. Speaking about my exam, I was so scared. I had never been this scared for an exam, and funny enough, it was for a sci-fi class.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I was supposed to write an essay,
Yes.
and for this essay, I basically kind of wrote about Trigun Stampede indirectly. The topics and themes, they kind of converged.
Yeah.
So
Can I confess something about writing exams for English classes?
of course,
I've fully written fan fiction for English classes before. I have
I love
fully just like
I love that.
for my provincial exams.
Really?
Yes.
I wonder who wrote that. I want to
Some
know.
poor government worker just trying to see the education level of the students
And
in,
just saw
in
yours
my
and was
town.
like,
Wow.
wow. It might have been like the only interesting essay.
That's yeah. Well, the thing is, it was also always like anime, so I doubt that the people reading it knew it was fan fiction,
yeah.
and maybe just thought it was weird that like my name was Cassie and all my characters' names were like Japanese names. And I remember getting a really good mark on one of them. Felt like I'd won $1 million. It was a Bleach fan fiction. I'm not shitting you. I wrote a Bleach fan fiction for an English exam, but it was like, excuse me, it's such like, they were such B characters. Like my favorite characters were like side characters. It's just the show was so long, there was enough content for me to like indulge.
Yeah.
And so I knew for a fact writing it, I was like, no one in their right mind's gonna have any idea who this is, and if it is, that reflects on them more than me. It doesn't matter.
I feel like if I was the one marking that and I understood the references, I'd be very happy.
I feel like I'd be more critical while grading
Really?
it.
I would probably feel like, you know, when you open up like a surprise egg,
Yeah.
you see a
Oh
little
yeah.
toy and you're like, ooh. And when you happen to get the toy you like, just makes your entire day brighter.
True. Okay.
That's what
I see.
I feel like that's how it would feel if I were to mark it.
That's true. I feel like I'd read it and I'd be like, okay, if I knew
Uh-huh.
the fandom and I had the context of the fandom, I'd be like, this is out of character. He would not have said that. She would not have done that. We're going to lose marks for realism. Like, I don't know. Like, I'd be critical. I'd be thinking about it. As, like, POV, I'm on AO3. I came across this. Like, that's where my head's at.
Yeah.
You hear me?
I do, yes.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. So silly.
Amazing.
Oh, my goodness. What else is there about my day? Oh my goodness. Today was the final day for my class, right? And I wanted to just say how magical it was.
Yes.
To finish everything and just leave
Yes.
the building feeling triumphant because I finished it. Don't think I did very well, but you know what?
Doesn't matter.
I finished it. And like, do you know that feeling?
Yes.
That magical feeling
Of like, it's out of my hands now. I've done what I could. I can leave. Yes.
And then like when you talk about that, like when you talk about the exam with like your classmates, it's just like a nice nice little sparkly moment.
Exactly. A bonding section. A bonding experience.
Yes. It's like since we were talking about anime, like the last episode in a series.
Exactly. It's the series finale.
Yeah. And then like everyone's like walking home, and then we're all like dispersing,
going different ways, and you never usually see them again.
You never see them again. Yes.
Well, you're in a bigger school than I am, so I'm sure it's a much more intense version.
Yeah.
But there is always that. See you maybe.
Yeah.
See you maybe, baby.
Maybe.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that. I hear ya.
When does your class end?
So my classes ended this week.
Oh.
Last week. So Friday was my last
so you already
day.
experienced that magical feeling.
Yes, I had it. I was giddy. I was like giggling to myself as I packed up my bag. I was like, oh my God, I'm getting out of
Clicking
here.
your heels together.
Yeah, I literally, I was just skipping out of the school. But also,
so nice.
we had like a party, kind of a class
that's nice.
party. Instead of a critique, we brought all our projects and all hung out in a gallery area and ate food and looked at our artwork.
That's
and chatted.
Nice.
So it was awesome.
That is so nice.
And then I got to leave, we all got copies of each other's work, so I felt like a little forager.
Right.
I got all my spoils.
Yes.
It was a good harvest.
It was nice.
It was amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's fun.
Yes.
So then, are you on break right now?
Yeah. Until the beginning of July, and then I'm back on it.
Oh no.
But it's on Zoom this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can do things.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And it's an academic class, so I'm not. Which means that I just have to think. I don't have to do.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Think.
It's no projects necessarily other than written assignments.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's more manageable. I can move around more.
Okay, then I guess it's good it's online because now you have more time to do it.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not tied down to the city for the week.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Are you the type to do all your assignments last minute, or do you plan carefully?
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Contrary, and I mean this out of love to my cohorts and my colleagues and my peers, I am an art student that tries not to leave things to the last minute, and I try to plan as far ahead as I can.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I set weekly goals. I check the due date, and I go, okay,
Mm-hmm.
realistically, I have X amount of time to figure this out. Because Debbie, the psychosis I enter if I am not done, 24 hours before it's due, I lose my mind. For last semester with my big project that had a review with other professors, I stupidly had done something that I wasn't fully confident with, and then near the end, as I was putting together, I was like, I hate it, and I was trying not to cry but I kept powering through. And then the day before final critique, I went, fuck it, and I restarted 2/3 of it, and I finished it in a single day. Did you notice that in spring I started wearing a hand brace every once in a while?
Yes.
That's why.
Yes.
I overextended my arms so severely that I was I couldn't sleep because it was hurting so much.
No.
And I was like psychotic, and like I was making Derek drive me to school so I could like set it up, and I was just like, it's okay,
Everything's fine.
everything's fine. I feel great.
And you're like just trembling.
Yeah, I'm like vibrating in place.
And your pupils are dilating.
Yeah, they are. And I like wore sunglasses the next day to critique because I didn't want anyone to see how absolutely crazy I looked. Like my bags were insane.
Yeah?
My eyes were bloodshot.
Oh,
I was
no.
like, and then I was like,
That must have not been a great feeling.
no.
No.
It was a good critique though. I got a good mark.
Right.
So I followed my gut.
Uh-huh.
I just should have done it
A little earlier.
a lot earlier. I did a lot in that like 36 hours I had.
Okay.
That, yeah, maybe I pushed myself too hard. Hard to say.
But I mean,
It is what it is.
you did it.
I did it.
You did it.
Came
in
out the other
end.
side.
Yes.
Exactly. And what is being an artist if not suffering at your own hand? Write that down.
Somebody write that down. That is a true artist right there.
Exactly. And that's the gospel truth.
That is the gospel truth.
That's the world's first dish.
Ooh, baby.
Ugh, caramel fudge. Ugh. Oh my god, this drink's so crazy.
You can really taste the aspartame in it.
You can really taste it.
And like
It's like acidic.
if you and like paired with the caramel,
It's crazy.
it's a crazy taste.
It's a crazy taste.
But I'm used to aspartame, you see.
I understand.
Yes, so I'm pretty fond of this strong flavor.
Wow. I'm not an aspartame girly, so I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, why does it taste like this?
Ugh.
Oh,
Yes.
crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy. Do you want to know how my day's been?
Yes, let's hear it.
Let me tell you. So,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember last time we saw each other on Saturday
Mm-hmm.
when I was talking about, basically,
Mm-hmm.
back in ye old time, I watched an anime.
Yes.
Found out this anime is based on a manga, which is based on like a not sci-fi, like a post-apocalyptic queer-ish book series from like the 80s or the 90s. And there is no official English translation. And I was bringing it up to you and Monica, and I think Monica said, why don't you just check online again and see if there's an English translation to the actual books, because I wanted to read the books.
Mm-hmm.
And I found a website
Mm-hmm.
that has the most direct translation on earth, to a fault, I'd say. But I've been reading that. So I'm reading number 6,
Uh-huh.
the actual like book series. And it's kind of triggering
How so?
to like read something that you really passionately liked when you were in like middle school.
Right. Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
And not that it's bad.
Yeah.
It seems good so far. I'm really enjoying
but it's
it.
the fact that middle school you was so into it.
Exactly.
And I think everyone wants to forget their middle school past.
Exactly. Or at least distance yourself.
Yeah,
like,
distance yourself at least.
usually the distance is much larger, but reading this, I've been like, damn. Am I
There's a
truly-
bridge now.
Yeah, have I truly changed, or am I still
Yeah.
that 13-year-old girl going on Amazon trying to see if she can buy
Yeah.
the English version
yeah.
of the books only to find out they're just in Japanese, you know?
I'm glad there's translations though.
Yeah, they're actually not great translations.
Hey, you know, as
It is
long
what
as
it is,
you
though.
know what is going on.
Yeah, and I've seen the anime. I've read the manga, so like I'm like, okay, I'm following. I was told that the ending's different
Oh.
a very long time ago, and I don't know if they were telling the truth,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe they misunderstood it, or maybe they read a translation that had a different ending, or like a changed ending. I don't know, but they said the ending was different from the anime, and when I heard that, I went, sign me the fuck up, because that ending ruined my life.
Oh.
Because is it even a queer anime if they don't, spoiler alert, if they don't both die at the end? Is it even a queer, like, fantasy post? Like, is it? Is it a queer fiction anime? Like, if they don't both croak? Riddle me this. Dear
croak.
diary. If they don't croak, were they even gay to begin with? they always kill them, you know?
Right.
And when I read it, when I watched it when I was 13, I was like, oh, so this is what like death feels like, and I'm never gonna be happy again. I'm gonna cry. So I've been rereading reading the English translation of the actual novels for the first time, and it has brought back a lot of memories, a lot of heartache. And God help me, Debbie, look me in the eye. If they die in the books, if the different ending is just they die in a different way, I'm gonna lose it.
Oh.
I'm gonna lose it.
I guess we'll find out in another episode.
I guess we'll see.
We'll just see. You gotta stick around and find out.
Yeah. Check back in like a week or two. Maybe I don't finish it. Maybe I get such a bad feeling
that you just close it.
Yes, because
Close
I've
the
stopped
tab.
reading books
Oh yeah.
midway through series because I've just been like, I don't like the way this is going. I'm done.
Yes.
I don't want to be here anymore.
I've done that too. I think
Yeah.
everyone's done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's
Maybe
just
that's
me.
gonna happen.
Yeah. If they keep alluding to premature deaths, I'll be like, huh, maybe that's enough.
Close the tab.
Maybe I don't need to know. Goodbye. Something like that. Yeah. So that's been me today.
Wow.
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 Amazing.
So when did we watch Materialist? Was it last Tuesday?
Last Tuesday we watched The
Right.
Materialist.
What are your thoughts and feelings?
I really liked it.
Yeah.
I was right that Pedro Pascal wasn't gonna win.
It was really sad though.
It was, yeah. It was surprisingly serious. It had a lot more drama than we thought it would.
Yeah.
It had like very cool, not cool themes, but very like important themes and like situations to talk about, especially in like the dating world. So I really liked it. I liked it better than Past Lives. Sorry, Derek, who I know adores that movie.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot better than Past Lives because, unfortunately, Past Lives was incredibly boring for me for most of it. But this was much more entertaining. One thing I didn't like, though, is that everyone talked so intimately. Everyone, like,
Yeah.
there was basically the way the audio was mixed was there was not much like room sound.
There wasn't any.
And no one was talking in like normal volumes. Everyone was talking in shouted whispers at each other, and they were really close to each other and staring directly at each other's eyes, and it was just really intimate. It was really intimate. But I really liked that Pedro Pascal canonically, spoiler alert, canonically in this movie is like 5'6".
He's a short king.
Short Kings Unite.
Short king.
I really appreciate that. I thought his whole secret was going to be he was like in a gang.
Oh yeah.
So
I remember you whispering that.
Well, because she was touching his like leg and noticed these like scars, and I couldn't see what they looked like, and I was like, are they like tattoo removal scars? Can she see like an image? Oh my god, is it like a gang symbol? I don't know.
It was something so interesting.
It was so interesting. I thought it was beautiful.
It was really, really interesting. I really liked it.
I really liked it. Yeah. How did you feel about the movie?
I loved the movie.
Oh yeah.
Another finger-licking good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I did not expect to like it so Cassie just made a face after sipping the candy can again.
It's so good.
You need to stop sipping it.
I gotta get through it though. I bought them for the pod. I have to drink one.
yeah.
I have to finish it, even if it kills me, which it might. It feels like it is.
Okay, it's like draining you.
Yeah, I'm losing my
You're just
life
drinking,
force.
like, gasoline.
Exact. It feels like it. Like,
The movie was just so good, so aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, it
I've been
was.
telling everyone this, that it was just aesthetically pleasing. And who knew I needed an aesthetically pleasing movie? Because I didn't know until I watched Materialists.
Yeah.
It was so good. I really liked the themes.
Yeah.
It was something I hadn't watched or I hadn't seen in any of like the recent movies.
Yeah.
And I liked how it wasn't a lighthearted rom-com.
Yes. That was a surprise for
that
both
was a
of us, I
big
think.
surprise. Yeah, I liked how it was really heavy and it was actually really thought-provoking.
Yeah.
It was so good.
It was.
My goodness.
It's what Notting Hill wishes it was. Write that down.
What I thought of it was I thought that it kind of seemed like a glorified K-drama. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it felt like a K-drama came to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had all the fixings.
It had, like, the cliches.
Yeah, it did.
It had the cliches.
It had the she's with one of the guys and the other one's like interacting around them kind of like moments. Like the relationship specifically was very like
very, very
K-drama-y.
But it did not feel redundant. It didn't feel like boring at all. Yeah. It just was so interesting.
It was arguably refreshing.
It really was.
Yeah.
And I just loved how pretty the entire like movie itself was. Like Celine Song knew what she was doing. She's
onto something.
She absolutely knew how to please the audience.
Absolutely.
Because it literally felt like I was in a storybook.
Yeah.
It felt like that. But then the themes were also heavy, which kind of neutralized it.
Yeah.
Into something so interesting and creative and just beautiful.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I watched Past Lives after that.
Yes.
Just because I was like, I want to see her her debut movie.
Thoughts?
Oh my goodness. It was a good movie. It was a really good movie.
It's boring.
It wasn't as interesting as I'd expected it to be.
It is boring. Come closer. It's a boring movie.
But you know what? I cried within the first 25 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
And it was just like something I could relate to. Just because I come from a Korean background, Korean immigrant background. So it was something I could really connect to. And I really liked how well she executed it, the experiences and everything.
Yeah.
It was so good. And I really liked how it was her story.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
It was cool.
Anyways, yeah, but I definitely like Materialists more.
Yes.
It was I can talk about Materialists for hours.
For hours and
That's
hours.
just how good it was.
It was very good.
It was so good.
It was very good.
Definitely worth seeing. And I think watching it in theaters made it so much better.
Yeah. Watching most things in theaters.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies I regret not seeing in theaters.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy, the first movie.
Did you see the third in theaters?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yes. But I didn't see the first or second because I was also a little young.
Yeah, you were a wee lass at the time.
I was a wee lass.
I was, I think, graduating high school when the first one came out.
Yeah.
When you were a wee lass, I was actually a big old teenager.
Yeah.
An old teenager.
Yes.
So I got to see it in theaters.
Lucky you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Out of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, which one's your favorite?
The second one.
Oh, I like the third one the most.
Yeah, I like the second one.
Florence and the Machine's in it at the end.
Yeah. You know that song plays in the store?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm aware.
Yeah.
Oh, you know I'm aware. You know I'm dropping it to that song.
I'm throwing it back.
Throwing it back like my life depends on it to that song. The Dog Days Are Over. Yeah, I'm throwing it back to that.
I think the second one's my favorite because of Yondu. And I really like Yondu.
He's the blue.
Yeah, the blue guy with the arrow.
He's a good character.
Yeah.
Rip.
Rest in peace. Rip. Oh my goodness. My favorite character. Well,
shall we
dive into
our topics? After that really quick segment of our updates.
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Super quick segment. Let's get into our topics, guys. Oh my god.
So, Cassie.
So, Debbie.
What is your most fond memory of us? Of our friendship timeline?
Of the multiverse of our friendship.
Yes.
Of course, the cinematic universe.
Mm-hmm.
The DMCU, Dassie Me Cinematic Universe.
Yes. What sticks out to you the most?
As you know, we have made a lot of films together.
We have. You can't find them anywhere.
You can't. They're for us.
They're for us.
They're for us and the homies, you know?
And my English teacher, Miss Sharma.
Shout out to Miss Sharma.
Shout out to Miss Sharma.
And they're bad.
They're so funny.
But there's something really good about it. I think the first one we ever did was for an English project you had, I believe. Or was it
I think it was for my capstone.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's how we started the entire DMCU.
Exactly. For Debbie's capstone then assignment, we filmed a K-drama, kind of.
No, that was for my English project.
Oh, that's what I thought.
It was your funeral, my funeral. It was my funeral. Do you remember that? You taught me how to draw.
Yes, I do recall.
Do you remember that?
I do recall. So Debbie had a funeral. That's another story, though. For her English project, we made a multiverse of K-drama tropes.
Yes,
basically, it was like Into the Spider-Verse, but it was K-drama tropes, and it was like me, you, Dara.
Dara was the star.
Our actor, our actual actor.
She was amazing.
And then who was the other one? We had one more person with us, didn't we? Or was it just us? Wow.
Oh shoot. I think it was just us.
Okay.
And then I had my friends.
Yeah,
at school.
Yeah. And we filmed I have such a strong memory of filming a fist fight outside of Walmart. Where it's like,
that's my favorite scene.
It's so funny. I'll know it was so cold. Also, it was like December. It's pitch black outside. Yes. It was freezing cold, and it was, I think, you and Dara fighting.
Yes,
and
I was fighting for
filming. And I was like looping around with your phone as Dara and you were pretending to throw fists at each other in slow motion.
And no, we did not edit it.
No.
To be slow motion. We ourselves.
They're method actors, guys. On set, acting in slow motion. Yeah. That's how dedicated they were to the craft.
It was
still
such
are to the
good
craft.
Film.
It was definitely the magnum opus, I think.
It really was.
It was
I
beautiful.
Look back and I watch it sometimes when life gets a little dull.
Yeah, and I'm like, gotta spice it up. I gotta.
It was so fun.
That is my fondest. And then we got Korean food afterwards.
Yes, we did.
I do recall that.
Yeah.
How good. Oh, and Dara's friend. She was with us.
Yes.
And she probably thought we were so incredibly weird.
She did, probably. She most likely did.
Was probably so weirded out by her friends' coworkers. Yeah. They're like, okay, now pretend to hit each other, but slowly. Yes, action, go.
But her friend was really supportive.
She was really supportive.
She was really nice.
She was our rock.
But however, deep down, who knows what she was thinking?
Deep down, I'm sure there was judgment.
Who are these freaks?
These hooligans on the streets.
Yeah.
On the streets of the mall.
Yeah.
Outside of Walmart.
Like, somebody get them.
Yeah, and we were like in the back hallways, weren't we? Like filming in the where the garbage is and stuff. And then in the back room, like we were really just doing it. We were just doing it. We were being film prodigies, I think. Yes. What are we if not the Coen brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know who they are?
No.
That's okay. They're famous filmmaking brothers. That's all you need to know. And that's what we are.
Yes.
Dare I say.
Dassie Me.
Coen brothers. Two names you say in the same sentence, right? Everyone does, right?
Yes.
Oh, God, the string. I hate it.
It's burning your throat.
It's killing me.
Oh, no.
What's your fondest memory?
My fondest memory is, this was back in 2021 when I first got hired at our sacred store. Basically, our store, as every store does, plays music.
Yes.
And one of the songs that played was Dynamite by BTS.
Yes.
And I was, probably surprised that a Korean song was playing.
Yes. So it was the English version.
But I mean...
But it was a Korean band.
Korean band. Yeah. So I was like, wow, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
And I was just jamming to it, and then across the store, we were like throwing it back.
Yeah. Dancing like my life depended on it. Yes.
Yes, and I remember being like, "Wow,
Wow.
wow,
She's out of control.
wow, she's a star.
Who's this diva?
Who's this diva?" And after our shift,
Yes.
because I think the mall closed at 7 then.
Yes, this is during the pandemic.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah. So after our shift, you and another coworker, I think it was Simone. I
Simone.
miss you, Simone.
We love you, Simone.
We love you.
Come back home. The kids miss you. I miss you.
You guys were showing me the secret passageway.
Yeah.
And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And
Which, for context, is the secret passageway is a back hall you can take to the
Yeah.
bus loop.
basically,
Yeah.
it's nothing too.
It's not like pressing a tile and something
No,
opens.
I wish
That
it
would be so
was.
awesome.
But you know what though? To get there, you have to go into like a bathroom.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
go down the bathroom hall, and as we are female, we actually have to go down the men's hall.
Yes.
And every time I do it, I'm worried that people are gonna think that I'm like trying to break societal norms. I guess you could say.
every time I come out of that hall, I'm just like, oh
Oh,
wow.
they're gonna think I went to the boys' room.
Yeah. But anyways, as we were walking down the hall, I don't know if it was you or me, but someone.
It's
one
probably
of
me.
us, I think it was you. I think you started singing Dynamite.
I do break out into spontaneous song often.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I think something clicked in me then.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody. Someone like me. And
Someone like you. Ooh.
so then I got really happy and excited, and I started
Yes.
singing Dynamite, and I think that was the start of our karaoke.
That was the start.
shenanigans. That was the start of everything.
That was the start of everything.
That was
I fear.
actually episode 0
Yes.
prologue.
That was the prologue.
That was
It
the prologue.
really was the
Yeah.
prologue.
So, yeah,
That's when the story started.
absolutely.
Yeah,
That's when
prologue
everything-
finished at that moment. It
Mhm.
was like, oh, here we go.
Yes. Now
Let's
buckle
begin.
up.
Yes.
Buckle up, because we're about to go.
To go. Have a crazy
Yes.
ride.
To rev up.
Yep.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was probably everything for
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a key moment in our friendship,
Mm-hmm.
which leads me to what is our favorite genre to sing in karaoke?
It would have to be musical theater. Ooh,
We love
Love.
sing our hearts out to any musical.
Musical.
Songs. Just any musical track we love.
Love.
And please tell me,
Yes.
what is, I don't know if it's your favorite now, but it was your favorite before Wicked came out.
Yes.
What was your favorite musical
Movie.
movie?
The Greatest Showman.
AKA The Greatest Show.
The Greatest Show.
The greatest show ever.
Yes. Let me tell you, the first time I watched it, it was 'cause my friend owed me.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause she tricked me into watching It Chapter 1. And it gave
Terrifying.
and it gave me a nightmare.
Yeah.
And so I guilted her into being like, you have to see a movie with me. And I get to choose.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't know what to choose. And I looked at the posters. I hadn't even seen a trailer for The Greatest Showman. I hadn't heard of it until the moment I went up to that ticket booth.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the poster and I clocked 3 important features. Hugh Jackman, Zendaya, Zac Efron. I went, right.
Right.
2 tickets for this one, please.
Yes. Get me in there.
Get
Give
me
some
in.
popcorn.
I'll pay double. I don't care at the price.
Let me in.
I need to see this.
Mm-hmm.
I saw my 3 of my celebrity crushes and I went, right, so I don't care what this is about. I need to watch this.
Yes.
And within the first 2 minutes, I had goosebumps. My
Flabbergasted?
jaw was on the floor
Uh-huh.
and it changed my life.
What a great
Dare I say?
experience.
Yeah.
When I first watched it, actually, it was a pretty similar experience.
Was it?
But I was babysitting.
Oh.
I was babysitting at a friend's house, and this was at 7 p.m. They were like, let's watch a movie before bedtime, because their bedtime was at 8.
Okay.
30, I think.
Yeah.
So then we were like, okay, let's watch The Greatest Showman. And we started
Interesting.
watching it, and I was like,
Wow.
clutching my pearls,
Yeah.
gripping the edge of my
Yeah.
seat. Like, what is this
Yeah.
grandiose movie? What is this amazeballs thing?
Exactly. And it has such a strong opening number.
It does.
It is, and it's cinema. Like, you know how The Materialist was very visually pleasing for you? The Greatest Showman, for me, as a musical movie, is a cinematic wonder.
Mm-hmm.
I think that every shot and every scene is curated in such a yummy way to elevate the music.
Yeah.
And it, like, the music and the visuals are, like, so intertwined. It makes everything so, like, pleasing.
I do agree.
I don't know how, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like you start the movie. If you haven't seen it, the fuck are you doing?
Go watch it.
go-
Pause this episode.
Stop the episode.
Stop the episode. Go watch it.
Go watch it. Come back. And then come back.
Come back.
You gotta
please.
come back, but you gotta watch The Greatest Showman first.
It is so
It's a marvel. It's so
good. It is
amazing.
the best thing ever.
But all marvels have flops.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, they do.
So, if we were to look at the soundtrack,
Yes.
which is your least favorite song on the soundtrack and why?
Whew. It's
Whew.
gonna have to be the song Tightrope.
Really?
Yes. Mainly because you see the movie exuded a specific vibe.
Yeah.
It had a certain what's the word I'm looking for? There was like a specific color to the movie.
Yeah.
And I think Tightrope just wasn't meeting my expectations that
Okay.
the previous songs kind of built up to.
Okay.
So Tightrope just, it was a beautiful, like, beautifully written, beautifully, like, filmed
Mm-hmm.
song. But I just was, like, already being like that, wah!
When do I get back to this?
Like, I need more of that. Like, the beginning was so strong.
Yeah.
That obviously you do need the down to get the up.
Yeah.
I do understand why it was in there, but, you know, it doesn't have to be my favorite song.
That's true.
Yes. I don't wish it was taken out
No.
at all.
It's definitely part of the movie
It
and plays a
is,
key
it
role.
is. However, it's my least favorite.
That's
Because
fair.
that's just how much I like the other songs.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like a jab at the others at like that song. It's just the other songs are better.
the other songs were just
Tightrope
too
is good, but the other ones are better.
exactly. If
Yes.
it was another movie,
Yeah.
maybe Tightrope
If
would
it
have
was
been my
Cats,
favorite.
Then yeah, would I be on top of Tightrope like that's the only song that matters? Yes.
It's all subject. It's all relative.
Exactly.
So,
In the context of the film.
yes.
Yeah.
What about you?
Now this is a hot take
Uh-huh.
for the public.
Yes.
And I understand this because I say this to people often and I do get frowns of disapproval.
Uh-huh.
I think Never Enough is a major snoozer.
Ooh.
I just think it's boring. I think
Uh-huh.
it gives me I understand the simplicity of it
Yes.
is supposed to make the meaning more impactful. Like it's like this moment in the film, at least the first time she sings it, where like P.T. Barnum is like Hugh Jackman is would I describe it? He's like having this revelation. He's seen someone that he can relate to, or seen, and realistically, he's seen a money opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
It's just boring to look at. Also, it's slow. Maybe I just have Gen Z Zoomer brain. I'm like, where are my flashing lights? Where are my colors and dancing? What's going
Where's
on?
the dopamine rush?
What the heck? She's just wearing a white dress. What am I supposed to be looking at here, guys? Where are all the colors, guys? I think it's just visually boring. I think the song, you know, sometimes with musical movies, you can tell which song they wrote for the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Never Enough sounded to me like a ballad that was written for the radio.
Okay, right.
And I didn't, similar to how you think Tightrope kind of like is an outlier, me with Never Enough, I think that's the outlier.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has no visual tricks. There's no imaginative storytelling. Because Tightrope, which I will admit is my second least enjoyed song, has a very visually stunning scene of like her dancing with the shadow of her husband in the curtains, and then when the wind blows the curtain away, she's alone. It's a very beautiful, very symbolic. It's a beautiful scene. Never Enough was just like P.T. Barnum like crying. What was her name? I don't remember her. Oh, the stars. The opera singer. She was that lady. What was her name? Shit.
Should I search it up?
Yeah. She's a real person too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Greatest Showman.
Who in real life suffered at the hands of P.T. Barnum, as far as my research tells me. So that sucks.
Ooh.
But in this awesome movie, we don't consider Jenny Lind. Yeah, she's like singing. Cool.
Great singer.
Yeah, great singer. Well, it's someone else singing. She's just lip syncing. You didn't know that.
Ooh.
She's the only actress who's doing that, but I mean, it's whatever.
It's a hard song.
Yeah, it's a hard song, and I think they were going from, I don't actually know why they had her casted and didn't have her singing. I don't know why, but it doesn't actually matter. Also, 'cause This Is Me starts immediately after the song, and it's like, I'm supposed to be like, yeah, never enough, when This Is Me is like slammed into my face right after.
Yes.
I can't appreciate Never Enough. Not if I'm comparing it to that. When they're dancing in the snow and shit. It's so good. It's so good. Never Enough's just like a snoozer for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, Derek.
Does Derek like that
that's
song?
his favorite song.
Oh,
he
interesting.
Adores that one. And I think it's fine. It's not bad.
It's not bad, no.
But I don't know. I don't know. And the thing is, I don't know why I don't like it, 'cause usually I really like Broadway ballads.
Oh.
Like, I do like but maybe I only like certain kinds.
But again, it could be because
in situationally with all the other music going on. Yeah.
It's not your favorite.
Yes. But what would be your favorite?
Basically, I couldn't decide on one, so I have multiple excuses.
Okay. Hit me with
like
it.
Little titles. For basically, when I first watched it, my favorite song was "This Is Me." I think that was the song that got me like, gasping, like, wow, this movie is something else.
Yeah.
And I think the best song that encapsulates the movie itself is The Greatest Show.
Yeah.
I think The Greatest Show basically summarizes the entire movie.
Yeah.
It is such a good song.
And it's great 'cause also the movie starts and ends with it.
Exactly, which is why I love it.
It's so good. I remember the first time in theaters when it starts up again at the end of the movie, I was like, I had to stop myself from being like, yes! In the
yes!
I was so happy we were getting more of that song by the end of it.
And it's just a song that just basically snaps you out of it.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm like, we're so fucking back. This is the greatest show.
Yeah. Basically, it robs you from like your conscience and you're in the movie.
Yeah.
You're inside the movie now.
It's so good.
You're part of the movie.
Exactly.
Whoosh. You teleport into that world.
Yeah.
Favorite karaoke song? Rewrite the Stars.
Oh,
I love singing that song.
I love singing that song too.
I love singing that song.
It's also the best one, I think, for karaoke because it is just like a duet between two people. I think when you sing other songs, it sucks that you don't have 100 people singing it with you. You know what I mean?
You gotta do 100 people's width of vocals.
Exactly.
And that is a little tough.
And it just becomes like screaming. At the end of The Greatest Show, when they say this is the greatest show like 100 times and you're just shouting it again. This is the greatest show. Oh,
the owner of the karaoke place.
The poor guy.
Like, wow.
Also, because we're always in the room right next to where they sit by the door.
Maybe they do it on purpose.
Maybe they're like, here comes the entertainment for the month.
Here
comes the performers.
Yes. The buskers.
The buskers that are paying to be here. That aren't getting paid. They're doing it for the passion of the craft.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And my ultimate favorite song is From Now On.
I was gonna say my favorite song is From Now On.
Yeah.
I think
I'm glad we agree.
it makes me like the first time I watched it, cried.
Oh,
Cried.
it was a sad song.
It was no, it was the hope of it. That'll get me. Sad movies make me cry. Movies that are hopeful
Make you bawl.
make me bawl. So when I watched it, I was like, oh my God, he's going to get everything he wants in the end.
Finally.
This is beautiful. Oh, he realized that none of it matters as long as he has his family.
Mm-hmm.
And the family includes the circus.
Yes, the found family.
Yeah. And then, like, also the sequence of, like, because it's also similar to Never Enough, not very flashy,
Mm-hmm.
but it shows, like, they didn't need all the flash and the colors and the grandiosity. All they needed was their own talents because they're all together dancing and singing, and it looks fucking awesome.
It does. And basically what it shows is that they just can work together and create
Exactly.
a show.
Exactly.
They don't have to, like you said, they don't need the flashy lights.
No.
They don't need their like props. They don't need like their enhancements
Yeah.
whatsoever. They just can create a show
Exactly.
and make it entertaining because of who they are.
Yeah,
and their
like,
abilities.
At that point, we are seeing that it's them that make it work.
Mhm.
It's not the lights and the money
Mm-mm,
and P.T.
mm-mm.
Barnum's swindling or whatever the fuck
Whatever
he's
he
doing.
does.
Whatever the hell he's doing throughout the movie.
Yes.
But it's not that in the end, and it's actually just them.
And I love how that just leads to the tents. They show you the
Yes.
tents.
Yes.
And then there's like this eureka moment.
Yes.
You're like, that's the start.
We're here.
Wow.
We fucking made it.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah. So that song, ultimate
It's so
favorite.
good.
Mhm.
Yeah. Karaoke song. It is Rewrite the Stars. The Greatest Show, I think, is the coolest scene in the movie.
Yes.
If I'm thinking of favorite scenes, it's The
Yes.
Greatest Show,
It sticks
beginning
out,
and
yeah.
ending.
It does stick out a lot.
It does stick out. There's some, like, it feels like, I don't, like,
You can't explain
can't
it.
explain
That's just
it.
how good, how well made the
exactly.
movie is.
It's the rush of joy and elation when it starts up again at the end, and they're all like charging together into the ring to perform as they're singing together, and you're like, oh my God. It's so,
it is
I'm
so
getting
good.
goosebumps talking about it.
It's just that good.
It's so impactful. And it's like, also, as you know, I love any movie where I can see people's dreams come true. Because I want my dreams to come true. So when I see theirs, I'm like,
because
oh.
dreams do come true.
Yeah, they do come true, and they do matter.
They really do.
They matter more than this capitalistic hellhole we're living in.
Yeah. So follow your dreams, guys.
Follow your dreams, guys. Life's too short to be an accountant.
Exactly.
Unless you want to be an accountant.
Unless that's your dream.
Unless that's your dream, then
Follow it.
baller, good for you.
Exactly. Baller.
Baller, dude.
Baller.
Just get it. Be that. Do the accounting. Crunch them
Play with
numbers.
those numbers.
Yeah,
Woo-hoo.
baller.
We're not mocking
No.
accountants. I think they're cool.
I think accountants, I really respect it.
I really respect that. I can't do it.
I couldn't do it.
Which is why I'm like this.
I
right now.
I would have like a mental cry.
I would probably also cry.
Yeah, I don't think I know what accountants do other than I know that it has to do with money.
They have to do a lot of things.
Like, aren't they like budgeting and crunching the numbers, and they're managing like the papers of the funds? It's like for taxes.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Exactly. Yeah.
I
That
couldn't.
job is probably the farthest from what I want to do.
Yeah.
Or from my interests.
Yeah. I'd rather be a doctor
Really?
than an accountant.
I think I'd rather be an accountant.
I'd rather be like a GP, 'cause like GP's
Oh.
like, then this is me making gross assumptions. BT dubs. I actually don't know. I have a lot of family members who are doctors, so I'm like
Yeah.
scared to say something now.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would just
Then they're
started my
like,
sentence and I went,
Cassie.
oh shit, I forgot what family I come from. My understanding is that GPs just like go in and they're like, yeah, you hurt your elbow. Here's a medicine that don't work, go to a hospital. You know, it seems so like low pressure. You administer vaccines, you refer people to things.
I think the reason I can't ever imagine myself being a doctor is doctors have to be very adaptive people.
Yeah.
And their job is always really new in a sense. Like you don't know what you're gonna expect. Like you don't know what you're gonna get. Like,
sorry, I took another sip of the drink and I'm trying not to grimace. Is it working? Do I look natural? No.
No. And I'm the type of person that that freaks out a lot.
Yeah.
And when I freak out, I freeze.
Me too.
Yeah, so if I were to become a doctor and some unexpected situation were to occur, I would be just
shit.
I don't know.
Shit.
But like as an accountant, I do believe that the job is quite repetitive. So
probably.
yeah. So I would I would rather do something repetitive than something, something
like out of pocket and unpredictable. Okay, I see.
I don't think I could do that.
I think though, if you're like, unless you're like an ER doctor,
yeah,
I think it's like you stay in a lane. Don't you have like a lane?
I don't know.
Doctors chime up in the comments. Tell us how it works. Accountants and doctors, now's your time to speak. We're asking for your voices.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
'Cause clearly we don't know how it works.
Clearly, yeah, I don't.
No.
It is such like a foreign world.
Exactly.
I can't.
Math?
Too much.
Couldn't.
And that's okay. That's why we have calculators.
Exactly. I actually had to offload my calculator app today.
Oh, really?
Let me download it again. You don't want to know how much storage I need to update my phone, but I've actually given up trying to update it now because I realized it's going to take too much work and time, and I've just decided to never update my phone again, frankly.
Fair enough.
I've come to the conclusion today.
Okay.
That what you see right here, this is the last iteration of this phone. She ain't getting an update. I need 13 gigabytes. Is that not the most outlandish amount?
Yeah.
Usually, because my storage use is around the same number usually. And then sometimes I need to like get rid of like some photos or like delete some songs or do something to like get myself more storage. But it's never more than like a couple gigabytes. 13 gigabytes?
That's a lot.
I don't have that enough to delete to have that. I don't know where all this storage is being taken up. It's driving me insane. 13 gigabytes? In 2025?
I don't know.
I actually found out that they don't sell my phones with the amount of storage my phone has anymore because it's so little, apparently.
Oh, how much storage do you have?
I thought I had a lot. I think I have like 64. That might not be a lot.
I don't think that's
Phone people
too
chime
much.
off in the comments. We don't know.
Yeah, that always stresses me out.
Me too. The day I have to like get my own phone alone.
Oh my
I
goodness.
don't know what I'm gonna do.
A nightmare.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, this one does this, this, and this, and I'm gonna just not know anything because all I really do with my phone is check my blood sugars and read fan fiction. I'm being so earnest when I say that. Like, I don't need any of the other
I just search
stats.
definitions up. I read
Yeah.
webtoons.
Yeah.
Watch YouTube.
I go, what song is this?
Yeah.
Shazam things. Like, there's not much going on with my phone. I don't need all its wacky gizmos.
Yeah.
Gizmos and gadgets.
The little gimmicks.
Little gimmicks.
Oh
Eh.
my goodness.
How are we doing for time?
Doing really good.
Oh my god, 2 hours. Who's still here? I think we had one more topic, didn't we?
I can't remember.
Was it songs from animes that aren't about music?
You're so right.
Yeah.
You're so
Yeah.
right. Yes.
So
let's do it.
let's talk. We need to specifically talk about the premise.
Mhm.
We're not talking about animes where it's about a band.
Mhm.
Or so get that K on
No
and given
musical.
shit. No musical oriented.
anime.
It can't be about
It's not Love Live.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Love Live, K-On, Given,
Utano
Bochi,
Prince Sama.
Bochi the Rock. I think maybe that's not what it's called.
I don't know. Utano Prince Sama. which is a reverse harem boy group anime. Not that one.
Yes.
We're thinking like shows that randomly have a song that is sung by a character.
that just stuck
It's
to
just
you.
yeah, and it's our favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who wants to go first. Should we like listen to the songs too?
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
I think I remember which song you said you were going to talk about, and I don't remember what it sounds like. I just remember hating it. So
I will pull it back up so we can
relive.
traumatize.
Yes,
Cassie.
re-traumatize me, please.
Present day Cassie.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
let's do
traumas
that.
12-year-old me had.
Yes.
Yeah. So do you want to intro your song first?
Okay, yeah, for sure. So my song is from Soul Eater. And this is quite the traumatizing anime for Cassie.
It was my first anime.
There's nothing wrong with Soul Eater. It's just that it was your first anime.
It was my first anime. It didn't age well. I was definitely too young watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like maybe 12 or 11.
Oh, yeah.
It was on Netflix. It was like one of 4 animes that was on Netflix at the time. And that's what started it all.
Yes.
I don't know if I'd be here today
Without
talking to
Soul
you
Eater.
right now if it wasn't for Soul Eater, to be honest.
I think similarly, I watched it when I was probably also like 12.
Too young. Like, what are we doing
Yeah.
with this show?
Yeah, I watched it at 12. My brother was actually watching it. I watched it with him.
Okay.
And then I stopped midway because I went camping.
Ah.
And I never finished
You
it.
never finished
No.
it? It's not great. The
No.
anime ending's bad.
Oh, is
It's
it?
not the manga,
Yeah,
and it
that's
doesn't
what my
make
brother
sense.
told me. He was like,
Yeah. Should we give the premise to people who don't know
Yes.
it?
So Soul Eater is a wonderful, wonderful anime about an academy. This academy is oh my goodness, how do I even explain this? It's for how do I explain Soul Eater?
People have certain abilities.
Yes.
And I don't know how the rules work, but I don't think everyone has the abilities.
So yes, in this world you're either
A maestro.
a maestro, right?
A meister, I think.
Meister? I don't know.
I don't know.
You're like a wielder, basically. You wield a weapon.
or you're the weapon.
Or you're the weapon.
and you transform into a weapon.
Mhm. And this anime is set in like a very like dystopian, very like magical world.
Yeah.
Just think of like Halloween.
Yeah, it's very Nightmare Before Christmas
Yes,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
esque town.
Or
city.
There's like demons.
Yes.
And
Holy shit, I just remembered the villain of the movie and what he looks like. I mean, the show. Oh my god, I just got sucker punched by the series finale. Holy shit. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's like, and basically there's an academy in this world
Run by death.
run by death.
Like
Actual
the
death.
death.
The death. Like
He's
search him up.
and he's
deaf.
a funny guy.
He's so funny.
And he has a funny little
and
voice.
to contact him, you gotta call 666.
Yeah.
And you gotta reach him through like a mirror. I think you
I
gotta
think
fog up
so.
the mirror, and you gotta be like 999 or something like
Yeah,
that, or
so
like 444999, something like
there's
that.
like a weird
Yeah.
code.
I'm sure Google has a better summary.
Yeah.
And anyways, this academy teaches students how to either become a good weapon or a good meister
Wielder. Yeah.
Wielder.
I think it's a meister.
I don't know.
I
This was
don't,
so long
God,
ago.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. And basically they need to work in pairs.
Yeah. And
the
there's
wielder
like
and the weapon.
and there has to be like this certain level of like bond. Like you have to have a certain level of compatibility to be able to
I
work
remember
together.
that. Yeah.
And so you get these pairs that like sometimes make a lot of sense and other times it's Black Star and that poor woman who's stuck with his
Tsubaki.
ass. Tsubaki, poor lady.
The poor lady. Yeah, and basically they work together. They go on missions.
They're training.
Yeah,
they're like supposed to be low stake missions, but because it's a young adult fantasy series, obviously the high schoolers are the ones who need to save the day.
Of course.
Duh.
And they have to feed their weapons souls.
Yes.
And that's how they level up, basically.
They get more powerful the
Yeah.
more souls they
Yeah.
eat. And the souls are like demon souls. that like spawn randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's basically the background, like the entire world of
Yes.
Soul Eater. And basically, I think that's enough. That's enough information
For the show.
for the show. Yeah. And anyways, my favorite song.
And well, here's the thing. Another thing to mention is there's a lot of characters that don't have anything to do with the main plot, and they're just like God's most evil comic relief characters. I feel like they're just evil comic relief characters.
Oh man! And there was this one character, this one weapon, named Excalibur. And if you're familiar with,
you know what's up.
Yeah, if you're familiar with that, then you know that Excalibur is a sword.
Yeah.
It's a magical sword and is wielded by King Arthur.
Yes.
So Arthur in this show is this really nerdy guy.
Yeah.
He's super shy. He's very timid. He just has no confidence. But as soon as he wields Excalibur, out comes this really obnoxious animal.
Like white. It's like this.
Rat?
It's like this.
Oops.
It's like
I don't know how to describe him.
just like the most fuck ass, like small white creature with a long white, like almost rhinoceros shaped kind of nose.
And he's got a
horn.
top hat and a cane.
A cane, a top hat, white suit, and he like. I watched the dub, so he talks like this, and he
Really?
and he spins around and he's singing.
He's the most like infuriating character
Yeah.
you'll ever.
He sucks.
He sucks.
There's this whole spin-off episode in the middle of the show that just follows him, and it's just a filler episode, and I remember feeling so incredibly punished by it.
You were robbed of your time.
Yeah, I was like, damn, so that's
Yes,
20 minutes of my life.
He's so annoying.
He's so annoying.
He's the most infuriating character you'll ever see. I think I said this before, but that's just how annoying Excalibur is.
Like, how dare the author write someone like that?
And I think that is the funniest thing, because as soon as Arthur wields the sword, pulls the sword out, out comes this guy.
This annoying little asshole.
I know, and you know how Excalibur is supposed to be this holy sword.
Yes.
Then you get
this twerp. An actual twerp.
literally a twerp. He's so annoying.
He's so annoying.
Oh my goodness.
And the song.
And he sings a song.
It's just like, what is a guy who's obsessed with himself and has no social awareness? What type of song would that be? That's the song
That's
that
the
he
song
sings.
I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that song for some reason has stuck with me.
You know, I can't
love
even.
that
I have
song.
dissociated. I have put myself so far away from that song that I don't remember what it sounded like. I just remember how it made me feel, and it made me feel angry.
Annoyed, yes.
Not annoyed. Angry.
It made me feel irritated. But for some reason I kept singing it, and my brother and I
Poor brother.
No, we both loved
Oh my god.
this song.
Freaks.
We were freaks. We are freaks. 'Cause
Yeah.
We still sing the song.
Eat it up.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Anyway, should we go listen to it?
Yes. Everyone, search up Soul Eater
Excalibur
Excalibur song.
I don't know what it's
And
called.
you can. I think that the dub version has the English version.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah, you can do Japanese
Well,
or
but
English.
the Japanese version is Excalibur singing in English.
Is it?
Yeah.
Maybe it just sounds different. I feel like I've heard both versions. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe.
Anyways, listen to it. We'll be right
Alright,
back.
We'll be right back, folks. And we're back, everybody.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Oh, I need to take a breather.
It's just so incredibly stupid.
It is so stupid.
It is so deeply, unmovably, immeasurably dumb.
I love it though. When Cassie first brought up the topic
Yeah.
of anime songs,
Yeah.
this was all I could think of.
Oh my god. This it's just so bad.
Yeah.
The lyrics don't make sense.
Nope.
It goes, and if I'm quoting, Excalibur,
Mm-hmm.
Excalibur, Excalibur, from the United King.
I'm looking for him.
I'm looking for him.
I'm going to California.
I'm going to California. And then it repeats.
And it repeats Excalibur. Excalibur.
Excalibur.
It's so funny. It is the best
bad.
song, but the worst.
It's
at
so
the same
bad.
time.
I remember, I think half the reason I hated this song so much was because my friends were watching the show at the same time as me and would sing it at school too.
No, you were the guy. You were the guy with the swirly glasses.
Yeah, I'm that like nerd who's like,
Yeah.
stop,
Please.
why are we singing, guys? Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your song?
So my song is from the sad gay post-apocalyptic anime I was talking about earlier, Number 6.
Mm-hmm.
The lore of Number 6 is
Let's hear it.
it is, how do I describe it? It's a show that follows two characters. I think one of them's name is Shion or something, and the other one's name's Nezumi.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both dudes.
Okay.
Duh. And they basically, Shion grows up in a very wealthy area, and basically wherever they live, which I'm assuming is Japan, the nature and like the environment is completely depleted of resources, except for like these 10, 8, 6 domes.
Okay.
And they're just like differentiated by number, and you can travel between them. And so people who are very wealthy, and when this shift happened, were fortunate enough, they live within these domes, and then outside is like basically the rest of the land is like slums, is the way it's described.
Okay.
And so Sion, when he's a young child, meets this other boy named Nezumi, who is from the slums.
Okay.
And they meet very briefly and then get ripped apart from each other immediately. And as a result of, I think, Sion meeting Nezumi, his mom like gets fired from her job, and they lose all their wealth and power, and so they end up not living in the slums outside of the domes, but they live in like the lower class areas of Number 6, the dome that they're in. And through a bee bite, someone gets bit by a bee, and then they reunite,
Bit by a bee?
and then
That's terrifying.
and it's a political show about the environment.
Oh.
Like, it has a very strong like ecological motif and theme going through it, and it's just basically after they reunite, both very different from where they met, they it goes from there. It's really good. It's political, I think. When I was 13 watching this, I wasn't like, this is giving politics. But as a woman, I'm like, yeah, this has strong themes and strong messaging. It's incredibly good. Now, where the song comes from, right. So, Nezumi, who, I don't want to spoil anything because I think I'm going to force you to watch this one day to be so real with you.
Okay.
I think I'm going to manhandle you into enjoying this show, actually. But, is a theater performer, and he's part of this like acting troupe, and he very specifically cross-dresses. That's not necessarily important. I just wanted to mention that. But there's a song he sings that I think he sings it to Sion to comfort him, or he's just singing it, and it gets sung again in like the last episode of the show by someone else. But when he's singing it to like Sion, and it's very like sweet, because up until this point Nezumi's been a very cold and like indifferent character.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm not gonna say the lyrics because I don't speak Japanese, and so it's not going to sound proper. But when I tell you that I actually know the words in Japanese, because I've listened to it so much, I used to watch the lyric video on YouTube, and I'd read the words and be like, right, kaze, yes, wind, yes.
Kaze is the wind.
Ah, the wind, yes, kaze. Yeah.
Okay. Shall we go?
If you search up people at home, Number 6, and then I am gonna do it right now. Kaze no Requiem. So Requiem of the Wind.
Oh.
Yeah. Search that up. Listen to it, biatches. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Bye.
So,
I just found out some really upsetting news.
this makes me so happy.
I found out that not the guy singing from the song I was showing Debbie, but the main character who
Yeah. Oh, is he the main character?
he's the main character.
It's the way I immediately heard his voice and was just like, hey,
Yeah.
I know that voice.
It's Aaron Yeager's voice actor.
And Todoroki Shoto.
And Todoroki, character from K, the story of the Seven Kings, or whatever the hell that spin-off's called.
Yukine from Noragami.
Just so
He's one of the most
many
like,
characters.
mainstream voice actors.
Seven Deadly Sins.
Yes, the main guy there.
Main guy there.
He's such a popular guy.
Yeah.
He's a
Haikyuu.
famous guy.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
He's super popular.
That's like world breaking for me. I don't like knowing.
Yeah.
I don't like knowing.
And it's funny because I literally sent Cassie a video of him
You did to like
last
at
night.
2 a.m.
Yeah. Of him and like his like what was it? It was like a fan concert.
Yeah.
Some
For-
sort of event.
For Moggy.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, I fucking loved Moggy growing up. That was also one, like, all these older shows that you're like, yeah, whatever. That was my bread and butter
Right.
back in the day.
I think I watched the first episode for that and then I just didn't
I
continue.
really liked the show. But I
Mhm.
liked ongoing theme. I liked the B characters.
Oh yeah.
I was so passionate about the plot of the B characters that, like, every time the main characters had to, like, do their main character thing, I'd be pissed.
Get
Like,
away.
stop!
Leave.
I don't care about your dad. He's dead. Grow up. Grow up. But yeah, that song
Mhm.
that he sings,
Yeah.
when
It's very calming.
it's very calming, and he's singing it to, like, I don't actually remember the premise of why he sung it. I think he's doing it to, like, prove a point
Oh.
to the old lady that you see in the scene for a second.
Right. Yeah.
Like, he's trying to prove a point about something because they're trying to, like, save the day. It is like Hunger Games. The only media I could compare this anime to that, like, you'd understand is, like, Hunger Games. It's very much like it's very much the, like, Mockingjay Part 2.
Okay.
I don't know I don't know how else to describe it. It's really good. Tell me why, though, when I was trying to find the song for you, I played, because I told you before we went to listen to it that they sing it twice. I accidentally put on the second time they sing it, where it sounds like maybe the singer's crying because maybe something really fucked up and sad happened. And it, like, started with, like, and I went, oh shit, no, not this one. Never mind, forget. And then we jumped to the right one, but that was a bit of a spoiler. I did tell you that there's death.
Yes. So is it really a spoiler?
No. But it's
Wow.
just, yeah, it's a song that, like, I've never forgotten the words.
Yeah.
I don't speak the language. I don't know what they mean, but I just know the words because I was so into the show. And it's
I
like,
can belt to the Cruel Angel's Thesis.
yeah.
I don't even know what it means. But
Getting
I
turned.
know every word.
Yeah,
It just
I hear
happens,
ya.
Yeah.
I hear ya. It never leaves ya.
It never does. That's like my party trick. When someone plays the I can
Just you're
I'm
there.
Just there. I'm there.
You're back in the building.
Mm-hmm.
What can I say?
Do you have a favorite anime opening song
Of all time?
of all time?
Jeez. Yeah, probably.
What is it?
If I were to say it off the top of my head,
Yeah.
Bleach opening 13. To be
Yeah.
by the band Sid, which actually sang
Oh, I
one
know
of the Black
Sid.
Butler openings.
And I think
A lot of well-known ones.
they sang a Full Metal Alchemist opening.
I think they sang a opening for that show, maybe.
Yeah.
And it's called Rambu no
They sang an
Melody.
ending. Never mind.
It's called Rambu no Melody.
I love that song.
And-
The song that was in Full Metal
Oh,
Alchemist.
indeed.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the animation took a noticeable switch. There's a noticeable jump between the animation from the opening before that to the opening after. And then it was also the first. It was like an artsy opening. It was one of the first artsy openings I'd seen
Okay.
outside of like Elfin Lied. Ooh, deep cut.
Yes.
Deep cut. If anyone's been down that road, I'm sorry. Been there, done that, never doing it again. But
that opening was strange.
that was strange, but it was like artsy and
I see what you mean.
yeah, the animation was different. It looked more so like, I guess, 2016, 17 kind of aesthetic of anime. I don't know.
I really like that aesthetic.
I like it
Hot
too.
take. I really like it.
I think it's good. I don't hate any specific aesthetics, I don't think.
No.
Other than One Piece. I don't like the One Piece aesthetic because I don't like that most of them look gross to look at.
Well, I stuck with that anime for like 1,000 episodes, so
yeah, so
I grew attached to them.
That's fair. I like watched the first few episodes and like Luffy was talking and I went, that's enough of that. I think I'm done with this guy. He's so annoying.
Yeah. I thought it was adorable.
Wow. I guess we were seeing different things.
I guess you could clearly tell who had the little brother.
Yeah. Who had the little brother and who was the little sibling.
Who was the younger sibling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, this is too close to home. I feel like I'm back at my parents' place. I can't do this. I can't be here.
I think an era, though, that I didn't really like in terms of animation. We're really
killing it.
But you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
Is you know that I don't know what era this was. I think this was the early 2000s, but anime characters had like huge eyes. These eyes their eyes were like they took up half of their faces, and their mouths were tiny, and they had big heads.
Yeah.
I don't think that was a favorite of mine.
It's like nostalgic for me in a way.
Yeah.
Because when I was like into anime or getting into it, that was like a lot of classic shows looked like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched a lot where they looked ridiculous. But I grew used to it, you know?
Yeah, just like me in One Piece.
Exactly. I just went, I guess this is the thing. Yeah. What about an opening for you? Of all time.
The first opening in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Yes. It's a song called Again, and it's
Yui.
sung by Yui. And I think that song was the very first song that got me into like openings. So it's very special.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that is my favorite.
Wow. It's really good. And it also has like, it's like those, it's the anime openings where it's not just like characters in like these like slow panning shots.
No, yeah.
And like these frozen frames of their characters sliding in and out of screen. It's when there's like stuff going on.
Yeah,
and it's symbolic.
It's
Exactly. When
I
it
love that
means
show.
something.
Yeah.
It's a good show. I actually watched the original before I watched Brotherhood because I didn't have any older people in my life to be like, don't do that. Just do not. And so someone said, oh, watch Full Metal, and didn't say Alchemist or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Just Full Metal.
Full Metal. And so when I searched it up,
Yes.
it was just Full Metal Alchemist. And so I watched the whole thing. And then I remember halfway through the last season, I went, this is getting bad.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. This is getting really, really
weird
and bad.
Oh.
Then it ended and I hated it. And then I was like, I'm done. I'm
not touching this
I'm
again.
not touching this again. And then 2 years later, I was bitching about it to somebody. And they went, why didn't you watch Brotherhood? And I went, what? What the fuck is that? No one told me. The beauty of having a mentor when you become a nerd. It makes a big difference.
You gotta watch Brotherhood.
You gotta watch Brotherhood. You don't watch Full Metal Alchemist unless you hate yourself.
I haven't watched it.
It's bad. But you know what's worse? The Netflix original live action movie adaptation.
I wanna watch it.
It has
I kinda wanna watch it.
I actually don't remember his last name. I want to say Dean Fujioka. It's the guy who sings "Can You Hear My Heartbeat?" The Yuri on Ice opening. He plays what's his name? The
Mustang?
He plays Mustang.
My goodness.
And I think that's so funny.
I really wanted to watch the live action recently. Just because one of my favorite Japanese actors in it. He plays I think his name's Scar.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And I also know who the main guy is as well.
In the live action,
Yeah.
it's not a great film.
That's what I heard, yeah.
What can I say? There's something about adapting anime to the screen
Yeah.
that I think doesn't never work,
Mm-hmm.
but usually is highly unsuccessful.
Oh, wait. Maybe this is different version.
Could you imagine a live action Evangelion? Could you imagine?
I would not like that.
I wouldn't either.
Oh, wait, there's multiple? There's one. Oh, there's one. Okay, basically. I think you're talking about the 2017 one.
Yeah, the Netflix one.
I was talking about the 2022 one.
The 2022 one?
Yeah.
Can I see?
Yes. The Revenge of
Oh,
Scar.
Jesus.
I wanted to watch this one because it looked kind of fun.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's also on Netflix. 52% like this movie.
Got a 5.4 on IMDb.
And a 53% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I want to watch it.
Hey, who am I to stop you from following your dreams? If these are your dreams, that's beautiful.
Okay. Alrighty.
It looks crazy.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
just something really cursed about
Live action.
live action.
anime.
Hey, I'll watch and enjoy a musical adaptation of an anime
Yeah.
in a heartbeat, like a Japanese musical adaptation. One of my guilty pleasures is the Black Butler musicals. I think they're unironically really good.
Okay.
I think they're
I remember
better-
you talking about it
Yeah.
like a long, long time ago.
Specifically the second one, it's called The Most Beautiful Death on Earth, 'cause Black Butler's angsty and emo like that.
I think everyone had their Black Butler era.
Not the way I did. I had the Black Butler era.
I tried to get into it.
It just wasn't your
I
thing.
watched the first season. I was like, that's really good. And I never watched the second.
The second season's dick. Like, not to be vulgar, it's just
Yeah.
massive doo-doo. It's basically, I'm about to really out myself here.
Uh-huh.
But season 1, halfway through season 1, they diverged from the manga.
Oh.
Ending of season 1, completely made up.
Oh.
Season 2, completely its own thing. Has nothing to do with the manga.
Mm-hmm.
Season 2 is crap. It doesn't make sense. Season 2 doesn't make sense. Anyone who tries to argue that the end of season 2 has any like cohesive ending or knowledge or logic needs to take medication because they're out of their mind. It just, things happen and then it's over. And you're like, okay, what? You don't know how you get there. You just get there and they go, bye. And it's done. And you're, what the hell? And then season 3 came out. So season 2 came out in like maybe 2012, 2011.
Right.
A long time.
Yes.
A long time ago. And
Yes.
then no season 3. Like season 2 was the end. And then like 2016, they make a season 3 where they adapt the manga from where it diverged in season 1. So they're like, hey, so those like 30 episodes you watched, forget that shit. We're going to pretend we didn't do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The show's like a mess.
Interesting.
Yeah. New season I think is coming out or just came out or is about to come out.
I think it's coming out. I used to have a friend who was really obsessed with Black Butler. So
Yeah. I was at a manga store yesterday actually.
I remember seeing your snap.
Yes. And I
Yeah.
was looking at the new Black Butler books and shit's crazy.
Yeah.
It takes a crazy turn. I like rage quit the series. I don't know if I ever told you that.
I didn't know that.
There's a plot twist that happens. Spoiler alert. Do you want to know?
Sure.
Ciel, Phantom Hive,
Uh-huh.
has a twin brother. Ciel Phantom Hive's name isn't Ciel Phantom Hive. That's his brother's name. He thought his brother died in that weird human sacrifice cult they were in when they got kidnapped into when they were kids. By the way, that's the lore that I don't think you knew. They get like their family gets murdered, which you knew.
Yes.
And then he gets kidnapped, and then during that kidnapping, he summons the demon, and then the show begins, basically. But he gets kidnapped into this, like, human sacrifice cult that's trying to, like, summon a demon. And his older brother, Ciel, gets taken and sacrificed, and it's with the blood of his brother, Ciel, that the main character, whose name isn't Ciel, but we thought it was for the past 10 years of my life, I thought this guy's name was Ciel. He accidentally is the one who summons the demon in all his agony and pain of seeing his brother get murdered in front of him. He summons the demon and makes the deal. Yeah. And then the plot twist is his brother's not dead.
Huh?
Yeah. But it's like in a bad way. Like, there's a Shinigami who, like, has resurrected his soul, but he's not fully there, at least for a certain point. But then they get his soul back, and he's like skinny and evil, and he's like he's like trying to, I guess, take back his title as like Ciel Earl Phantom Hive. And so he like outs the main character as like his younger brother who was sickly and like weaker, and so now the main character's on the run from the cops because he's been committing like
identity theft
and inheritance fraud.
Yeah.
Because apparently he thought it'd be easier to become more legitimate, or he thought it'd be better if his brother was dead. Like, he was dead and his brother was alive, so he took his place. And so we don't know what the main character's name is anymore. And I don't think we still know.
Nameless.
They call him Ciel, and they called the original Ciel Ciel, but that's Ciel, and that I stopped reading it because I was like, that's too much. That doesn't make sense. What's gonna happen? I don't want to know.
No, I'm curious. I want to know
I was like,
what's going on?
Going through it, basically where the manga is in Canada, at least like what it's been published to in English in Canada, is we're still learning all the backstory of the main character and his twin brother's upbringing. What? We're still learning about their upbringing and the reality of it.
Oh.
Which is, I don't even know what the reality of it is. But that plot twist came out in 2018 before I moved to Vancouver. And I had 30 of the volumes at that point. Slammed the books shut. I was done.
You were done.
I was done. And I haven't I've never bought another one.
Oh my goodness.
I've been clean ever since. Got off the drugs. The Black Butler drugs.
You're clean now.
I'm clean.
That's.
Thank you. It feels good sometimes. I hear the voices.
Just calling you.
The voices. The voices. Like, what if I just like read it again or watched the new season? Then I'm like, but if I watch the new season, inevitably, if they keep getting new seasons, I'm gonna get to the twin part.
Yes.
I don't have the patience, the mental fortitude, or the fucks to give. I don't think I got it in me to watch or experience. I don't want to know.
Right.
Yes.
Wow. I may or may not, after this, look up a summary of what's going on right now.
Yeah. Hey, if you want the first 32 volumes, you can borrow them. I have them all. I still haven't gotten rid of them. I don't know why I still have them.
Did you bring them here?
Yeah. They've gone every move. I've taken all my manga, which is mostly Black Butler books, and I think the first 10 Attack on Titan books.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, half of the D. Greyman series, and then just a lot of queer manga. And then the rest is just queer miscellaneous like one-shot mangas that I've collected over the years.
Okay.
Yeah. First 30
Carefully
pages.
curated.
Yeah, I loved that series so much growing up. I brought it to summer camp.
Right.
When I had 20 volumes, half of my suitcase was dedicated to my Black Butler manga because I didn't want to leave it. I was going to summer camp where you like do things, but I was like, I need my Black Butler.
Well.
Yeah.
We've hit an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh.
We hit a new record.
Wow. Wow. So long.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
You guys are still here.
Good to. What's up? What's up with you guys?
Yeah.
Tell us, how's your day been, guys?
Tell us a little bit about.
Yeah. What was that?
All right.
That's so interesting. I like that too.
Okay. Well, I think it is time
To
sign off.
skedaddle.
Yeah, to
Mhm.
skedaddle out.
To skedaddly do out.
Yes.
Okay. I gotta say goodbye to Leanna because I don't think I did last time.
Oh, did you not?
I don't remember. Goodbye, Leanna.